Hello, annyeonghaseyo everyone. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to make Mov Kuam. And also my grandma is going to be showing you guys her version of Mov Kuam as well. But in her version, she'll be using couscous instead of corn. But Mov Kuam is a very old style way of eating rice back in the day. Those who didn't have access to rice would eat Mov Kuam. And Mov Kuam is basically made out of corn. It's basically just corn that has been ground into like a coarse grind texture, and then they would soak it and steam it and eat it. And sometimes if they do have rice, they'll mix rice into it as well. But back in the good old days, my dad says that they used to call this Mov Kuam, which just typically means like food that's kind of rough to eat. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys how to make Mov Kuam today. So two versions. I'll be showing you guys how my grandma makes it with couscous. Couscous is not a corn-based product. It's made out of wheat, but my grandma loves the texture of it, and it's easier to digest because couscous is a lot softer. But I'll show you guys how to make Mov Kuam out of corn grits, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. If any of you guys have eaten Mov Kuam before, or your grandma has made it for you, do let me know. And if this is the first time you've seen this before, do let me know as well. So let's go ahead and cook some Mov Kuam. Okay, so I've been soaking the corn grits overnight. So what I did was I put some corn grits into a bowl and added water to it and let it soak overnight. Just regular tap room temperature water. Let it sit overnight, and then this is what it looks like. The reason why we're letting it soak overnight is to make sure it kind of softens a little bit. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and steam it. And then after it's done steaming, we're going to mix this with the rice. So it's super easy, not much to it. But I wanted to show you guys what I did with the corn grits overnight. Basically, just soak it. So let's go ahead and drain the liquid, and then we can go ahead and start steaming this in the steamer. So let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and strain this liquid out, and then I'm gonna rinse it another round with water. Okay, and strain this again. All right. Okay, so I have a steamer here ready for me with some water in there. You guys can definitely use your bamboo steamer if you guys are making a lot. But since I'm only making like 2 to 3 portions, I'm going to use my regular smaller steamer. And here I have a very super fine cloth that I'm going to go ahead and put this in my steamer so I can pour over the grits so that it doesn't fall into the holes. And also it's easier for cleanup. So if you guys have one of these, definitely use it, utilize it. And I'm going to go ahead and pour the grits in. See, I'm not making a lot. If you guys want to make a lot, definitely use your bigger steamer and do like 4 cups or so. This is about like 1.5 cups only, because a little bit goes a long way actually with these. Okay, so that's nice and spread. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this up, put the lid on, and then we are going to go ahead and steam this for about 35 to 45 minutes or until it's nice and soft, and then we'll come back and check on it. Okay, so it's been a good about, I think, 40 minutes of steaming the corn grits here. Now I'm going to lift this up. Every 20 minutes or so, I went and actually stir the corn grits around just so that it gets cooked evenly. So go ahead and do that before you actually continue cooking it. Depending on the tenderness of this you want, you can cook it even longer, but this looks like pretty soft to me. She has a nice bite to it, but also be cooked. Anyways, this is pretty much cooked. If you guys can see, nice and fluffy, and it's fully cooked all the way through. So what we're gonna do now, typically what my grandma would do is she'll mix some cooked rice into this as well, just for different texture. So we're gonna let this cool on a plate, stir it every so once in a while here to let it cool completely so that it doesn't stick and lump up together. And then what we're gonna do now, after it's cooled, slightly cool, is we're gonna add in about like 1 cup of rice in here. So I'll cook the rice in here because my grandma likes to mix cooked rice with the Mov Kuam. Okay, so I have a plate here. I'm going to go ahead and put the mokgo onto the plate so it can cool a little bit faster. Cool. See how 1 cup makes quite a lot. Going to spread this out a little bit. The only issue with mokgo is you want to keep it warm, or else if you don't, the more it sits in like room temperature, the harder it will get. So I like to eat this, like place it into your rice cooker and keep it warm, because it will get a little bit harder as it sits. But like always, you can definitely add water in there to moisten it up as well. It's really up to how you like your rice. Okay, so to this I am going to add in about like a cup of cooked jasmine rice here. Nice steamed jasmine rice. This is totally optional, but my grandma would always make it like this, and we just grew up eating it like this. And it also helps with different texture, which I really enjoy. So I'm just gonna add about like a cup of that and mix this in here really well. You guys can definitely add more rice in here if you prefer. It's really up to you and how you like to do this. Okay, this is pretty much ready. We can go ahead and serve this with whatever you guys like to eat with rice. And this is pretty much all mokgo is. Pretty simple. As long as you guys can find really good quality corn grits, definitely use it up. But yes, this is what mokgo is all about. Kind of looks like egg yolks with whites, doesn't it? Alright, so we can go ahead and serve this up. You guys can definitely eat this with whatever you guys like. I'm gonna eat this today with bamboo stir fry with pork. My grandma, when she served this to me, she made some acha, which is basically the pulled pork that I showed you guys how to make. Stir fry on top of this. It's so good. I like this water already. And this is pretty much it. You guys can serve this with some pepper dip here, and some greens, ocho, whatever you guys like. But this is basically all mokgo is. Yay!
Rồi để hú để mò để trâu rồi su để chú sơ cho nó
Trâu kho à?
một trâu kho thì là trâu kho cho rồi nó
So there's really no precise measurement. She said she put about 4 cups of couscous. And this is the cup we use. 4 cups of these. Rinsed it about 3 to 4 times. And then she added up some water, so about like 1/4 of an inch up of where the couscous is. Yeah, right about there. And she says to just let it sit here until the couscous rises up a little bit. And it's warm water, by the way. Okay, you see here, basically soaked already. I can't even put my fingers, there's like no water. It's basically soaked. You can see here in the water. And so she says that once it's soaked, we're going to mo ju. And yeah, that's pretty much done.
mà sợ thì chắc cả một chú mà sợ thì một chú sẽ
哦，有意思。
我只晓得家里拿酒了是。哦，都带了哦，书都带了哦。
Here's a cute little rice steamer ready with water, and then the bamboo. Fish note.
Nó sẽ là.
Để có mua mỏ, cho mỏ cổ cho hủ tiếu juice. She adds in a cup of rice that's already cooked.
Biểu dùng gì để nó sẽ.
And another cup of rice. 2 cups.
Yeah. Nó té chú sữa lại nó sữa
Chú có mua sữa lên.
chú có sát đi
Sao?
sao mở cửa bọt nó xuống
Was that it? Moko tie ko cho. Nah. Moko tie ko so. That's the word.